There's one more thing I'd like to talk about, and that's Epsom salts. And Epsom salts is magnesium sulfate. And magnesium is a muscle relaxant. So if someone's stressed out, sore muscles, can't sleep, they can have a Epsom salts bath before they go to bed. Even put a couple of cups of Epsom salts in a hot bath. And remember, it does three things.
When you cross a certain age, you begin to notice that the body whispers more often. Sometimes it groans, stiff joints in the morning, sleepless nights, stubborn aches, or digestion that doesn't feel the same as it once did. Many seniors spend thousands of dollars on medications, ointments, and supplements searching for relief. But what if I told you that sitting quietly in your bathroom cupboard might be a natural mineral that has been used for centuries to ease pain, relax the body, and restore balance? I'm talking about Epsom salt, simple, inexpensive, and yet deeply powerful. Sadly, most people today see it only as something for bath soaks, not realizing its wide-reaching benefits that could touch almost every corner of senior health. Now, I'm not here to promise miracles, and before trying anything new, always consult your doctor. But stay with me, because by the time we finish this journey, you'll understand how a humble bag of Epsom salt can help ease 9 of the most troubling problems seniors face. And I promise some of these uses will surprise you. So let's begin with the first. Before we start, drop in the comments from where you are watching this video and what health topic you'd like to see in the next video. As a special thank you for joining us today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about why you want to win my best-selling book.
Relaxes the muscles, and you might do it for aching muscles, you might do it for if you're stressed, and you might do it if you can't sleep, because magnesium and moist heat relax the muscles. But what a lot of people don't know is you can use Epsom salts for a burn. It's one of the best things to use for a burn. You can use grated potato for a burn. You can use aloe vera for a burn. They're both excellent, but you can also use a saturated solution of Epsom salts.
Why magnesium matters more as you age. Magnesium is not just another mineral. It is a master mineral, quietly at work in over 300 biochemical reactions inside your body. Every heartbeat you feel, every nerve impulse that travels across your brain, every time your muscles contract and release magnesium is there, directing traffic. As we age, our ability to absorb magnesium through food declines. Our kidneys, which once held it carefully, begin to waste it more easily. And the modern diet, stripped of minerals by food processing, does little to restore it. Seniors often suffer in silence, believing their fatigue, confusion, or joint pain is simply due to getting older. In reality, their cells are starved of this vital mineral. This is where Epsom salt comes in. When dissolved in warm water, the magnesium sulfate separates into individual magnesium and sulfate ions. Through the skin, the body's largest organ, these minerals slip quietly into the bloodstream, bypassing the digestive system that often fails to absorb them in older adults. What happens then is almost magical. Tense muscles begin to soften. Blood pressure eases downward. The mind calms, sleep deepens, and the aches of years of wear begin to lift. Seniors often report that after their first few soaks, they feel as though a heavy burden has been lifted from their bodies. Now let us walk together through 9 specific problems that Epsom salt addresses. And as we explore each one, I will not only explain the science, but also show you practical, safe ways to use this remarkable remedy at home. Arthritis is one of the most crippling challenges seniors face. Each step can feel like grinding stones, every movement stiff and reluctant. Painkillers may dull the ache, but they never heal the problem. Over time, they often cause new troubles in the stomach, liver, and kidneys. Epsom salt offers a natural alternative. When seniors soak in warm water infused with Epsom salt, magnesium seeps into the tissues, reducing inflammation at its root. The warmth of the bath itself improves blood flow, while the magnesium calms the overactive nerves that send pain signals to the brain. Together, they create a profound sense of relief. It is not uncommon for seniors who begin regular Epsom salt soaks to report that they are able to rise from a chair more easily, to walk with greater freedom, and even to enjoy hobbies they had nearly abandoned. The stiffness that once seemed permanent begins to melt away. This is not a miracle. It is the body finally receiving what it has long been missing. The key is consistency. One bath will give comfort for a night, but several baths over weeks allow magnesium to restore balance in the tissues, reducing pain long term. For many, this simple ritual becomes as important as their morning tea. 2. Muscle cramps and nighttime leg pain. Few things disturb a senior's rest more than the sudden bolt of pain from a leg cramp in the night. One moment you are asleep, the next you are clutching your calf as it seizes like a coiled rope. The soreness lingers, robbing you of rest and leaving you weary the next day. At the root of many of these cramps is magnesium deficiency. Muscles cannot relax without it. They tighten and lock, sending sharp pain that only stretching or massage can release. Tablets of magnesium often pass through the digestive system without much effect, but Epsom salt delivers the mineral directly through the skin. A simple foot soak before bed can do wonders. As the magnesium enters, it allows muscles to release fully, preventing those cruel nighttime cramps. Seniors often report that after a week of nightly soaks, the cramps vanish almost entirely. Their nights become peaceful again, and with better sleep, their days become brighter. This relief is more than comfort, it is restoration. Sleep is the great healer of the body. By ending those midnight cramps, Epsom salt gives seniors back the deep, restorative rest their bodies desperately need.
Now, how you get a saturated solution of Epsom salts? Let's say you've got this half a glass of water, put a teaspoon of Epsom salts in and stir it. It'll dissolve because magnesium is a water-hungry molecule, remember? So you put that magnesium in and it'll dissolve into the water. Put another teaspoon in, mix it. Put another teaspoon in, mix it. And you keep doing that till it won't dissolve anymore. You now have a saturated solution of Epsom salts. One lady said she always has a jar in her fridge.
3. Stress, anxiety, and restless nights. The mind of a senior carries many burdens, worries for children and grandchildren, concerns about health, financial pressures, or the loneliness that sometimes creeps in when friends and partners are no longer close at hand. Stress does not vanish with age. For many, it grows heavier. Magnesium is nature's tranquilizer. It calms the nervous system, helping the brain shift from restless activity into peaceful rest. When absorbed through an Epsom salt bath, magnesium increases the production of serotonin, the feel-good chemical that lifts mood and quiets anxiety. For seniors who lie awake at night with thoughts racing, or who find their hearts pounding without clear reason, this remedy is invaluable. A warm Epsom salt bath before bed signals the body that it is time to relax. The heat soothes, the minerals calm, and the brain slips more easily into deep healing sleep. Many seniors who adopt this practice say that their nights change completely. They no longer toss and turn, but instead drift off gently and wake refreshed. Their families notice the difference in their mood and energy, and slowly life feels lighter again. 4. High blood pressure and circulation troubles. For many seniors, the silent pressure within their arteries is one of the greatest threats to health. High blood pressure, often unnoticed until a doctor measures it, can quietly strain the heart, damage the kidneys, and increase the risk of stroke. Medications may keep the numbers lower, but they rarely restore the underlying balance the body craves. Here again, magnesium plays a vital role. This mineral relaxes the smooth muscles that line the blood vessels, allowing them to widen and ease the flow of blood. It also helps regulate electrolytes sodium and potassium, which must remain in delicate balance to keep the heart steady. Without enough magnesium, blood pressure tends to creep upward and the circulation grows sluggish. Soaking in Epsom salt allows magnesium to slip into the bloodstream without straining the digestive tract. Seniors often notice that after a few weeks of regular soaks, their hands and feet feel warmer, the heaviness in their legs lessens, and their blood pressure readings begin to edge closer to healthy ranges. While this does not replace a doctor's guidance, it offers gentle support that works alongside healthy diet and lifestyle. It is as though the blood vessels, once rigid and resistant, learn once again how to relax. 5. Constipation and slow digestion. It may be uncomfortable to talk about, but constipation is one of the most persistent complaints among seniors. Slower digestion, reduced mobility, side effects from medications, all conspire to slow the natural rhythm of the bowels. The result is bloating, discomfort, and in some cases, serious complications. Epsom salt can be a quiet helper here too. Internally, in very small, carefully measured doses, it acts as a natural laxative. The magnesium draws water into the intestines, softening stools and stimulating gentle movement. This should always be done with caution and guidance, as too much can cause dehydration. But used properly, it provides real relief for those whose systems have grown sluggish. Even without internal use, external soaking helps. By improving magnesium levels in the body overall, the muscles of the digestive tract, which are, after all, muscles, begin to contract and release more efficiently. Seniors who bathe regularly in Epsom salt often notice that their digestion steadies, bloating reduces, and meals move through the system more comfortably. It is not only about comfort. Proper elimination helps the body clear waste, toxins, and old hormones. Without it, the system becomes clogged, leading to fatigue and a foggy mind. By restoring this natural rhythm, Epsom salt helps seniors feel lighter and clearer in both body and spirit. 6. Osteoporosis and weak bones. One of the great fears of aging is the slow thinning of bones, osteoporosis. It leaves seniors vulnerable to fractures that can change the course of life in a moment. Many believe that calcium alone is the key to strong bones, and so they take tablets faithfully, yet still watch their bone density decline. The truth is that calcium cannot be laid down in the bones without magnesium to guide it. Magnesium is the mineral that tells calcium where to go, ensuring it strengthens the skeleton rather than hardening in the arteries. Without enough magnesium, calcium drifts into the wrong places, leaving bones weak and blood vessels stiff. Through regular Epsom salt baths, magnesium levels rise gently in the body. Over time, this improves not only the strength of bones, but also their flexibility, reducing the risk of fractures. Seniors often notice that their posture improves, that their joints do not creak quite so loudly, and that they feel steadier on their feet. This is not an overnight change, but a steady rebuilding. Just as years of mineral loss slowly weaken the bones, so months of gentle mineral restoration can gradually strengthen them. For seniors, this knowledge brings hope the body is not beyond repair. It simply needs the right materials to rebuild. There's a French doctor named Dr. Lelangre, and he's written a whole book on salt. He said, when people come to me with high blood pressure, I put them on Celtic salt. Why does he put them on Celtic salt? Because Celtic salt contains 82 minerals. It's a hand-harvested sea salt. So the minerals are in the Celtic salt in their balanced form. What about Himalayan salt? In many places, Himalayan salt is a lot easy to get. There's about 75 minerals. So it's pretty good. 1. Stiff joints and arthritis pain. 7. Diabetic complications and blood sugar balance. Diabetes is another shadow that follows many seniors, bringing with it nerve pain, poor circulation, and slow healing of wounds. Managing blood sugar with diet and medication is important, but magnesium quietly supports this process in ways few are told about. Magnesium improves the body's ability to use insulin effectively. When insulin can work properly, glucose moves out of the blood and into the cells where it belongs. Without enough magnesium, insulin becomes less effective, blood sugar rises, and complications worsen. For seniors with diabetes, Epsom salt baths can provide relief not only through improved magnesium levels, but also by directly easing the painful symptoms that come with it. Tingling feet, burning nerves, and wounds that refuse to heal often respond positively to the increased circulation and anti-inflammatory effects of soaking. It is common for seniors with diabetes to develop swollen feet or ulcers that linger. A gentle foot soak in warm Epsom salt water, followed by careful drying, can reduce swelling, ease discomfort, and encourage healing. This simple practice can restore both comfort and dignity, helping seniors feel in control of their health once again. 8. Toxins and slow healing. The skin is not just a covering, it is an organ of elimination. Every day it sweats out waste, toxins, and excess minerals the body no longer needs. But in seniors, this process can slow, leaving the system burdened and healing delayed. Cuts linger, infections spread more easily, and the body feels sluggish. Sulfates in Epsom salt play a unique role here. They support the liver in detoxification, helping it process and expel waste products more efficiently. When combined with the warm water of a bath, circulation improves and the skin itself becomes a channel of cleansing. Seniors who soak regularly often notice that wounds heal more quickly, that swelling reduces, and that their energy gradually returns. The body, freed from carrying an overload of toxins, redirects its resources toward repair and renewal. 9. Tired, aching feet. At the end of a day, few things cry louder for relief than the feet of a senior. They have carried the weight of decades, often through shoes that were too tight, pavements that were too hard, and illnesses that reduced circulation. Swollen ankles, burning soles, and throbbing toes can make even a short walk feel unbearable. The simplest remedy is also one of the most effective: a basin of warm water and a handful of Epsom salt. In just 20 minutes, the swelling eases, the pain fades, and the feet feel lighter. The magnesium relaxes tight muscles, the sulfates reduce inflammation, and the warmth draws blood flow into tired tissues. Bringing it all together, we have walked through 9 very different health challenges: arthritis, cramps, stress, high blood pressure, constipation, weak bones, diabetes, toxins, and aching feet. Yet all of them find relief through one simple mineral compound: magnesium sulfate, known to us as Epsom salt. This is not coincidence. It is testimony to how deeply the body relies on magnesium and how powerfully it responds when that need is met. For seniors who often suffer quietly with these troubles, Epsom salt offers both comfort and healing, not as a mysterious cure, but as nourishment the body was missing. The gentle power of simplicity. So often, health advice for seniors comes wrapped in complexity. Endless bottles of tablets, strict routines, costly treatments, and still, relief remains out of reach. Yet here, in something as humble as Epsom salt, lies a remedy so simple it almost seems too good to be true. But it is not too good. It is simply the body receiving what it has always needed: magnesium to relax, sulfates to cleanse, warmth to soothe, and time to heal. Nature has placed these gifts in our hands, and all we are asked to do is use them wisely. The beauty of Epsom salt lies not only in its effect, but also in its accessibility. It does not demand wealth or privilege. A bag costs less than a meal, and yet its value to the body can be immeasurable. For seniors who often live on fixed incomes, this accessibility matters. Health should not be reserved for those who can pay the most. It should be within reach of every hand. The ritual of renewal. Let us also remember that healing is not only about minerals and chemistry. It is about creating space for the body to rest, to breathe, and to restore itself. An Epsom salt soak is not merely a treatment. It is a ritual. Picture this: a warm basin of water, steam rising gently. The simple act of lowering tired hands or weary feet into its comfort. In those moments, the rush of the world falls away. The body relaxes, the mind softens, and healing begins. For seniors who often feel pressed by time, by worry, or by discomfort, this ritual becomes a sanctuary. Many who adopt it say they come to cherish the quiet minutes of soaking as much as the relief it brings. It becomes their time of renewal, a daily reminder that health is not lost, that vitality can be regained, and that even in later years, the body responds beautifully to kindness.
My husband was whippersnippering one morning. This is just as the program's starting. And he came running in, and I could see by the look of his face, he's done something really bad. Because he's always scratching or hurting himself, but, he doesn't do anything about it. For him to come to me, it's really bad. What he'd done is he touched the almost red-hot exhaust on the, part on the whippersnipper, and he'd burnt these 3 fingers. Now, how sensitive are our fingers? And his face was white, and he was just holding his finger. Now, we were busy making beds. I think one lot of guests had gone out, the other lot were about to come in, so we were busy. So I got a bowl of water and I put his hand in it, and then I put a few teaspoons of Epsom salts. I just said, just keep it in there, and I went and made another bed, came back, dissolved, put a few more teaspoons in and told him to mix it. And he said, it'll be right now, and he went to go, and then he came running back and put it in. And as I saw later, he had burnt several layers of skin. It was a very bad burn.
From struggle to strength. It is easy to believe as we grow older that decline is inevitable, that pain, stiffness, fatigue, and weakness are simply the price of aging. Yet the truth is far brighter. The body is always seeking balance, always reaching toward health, no matter the age. When we give it what it needs, it responds with gratitude. Epsom salt is not a miracle cure. It does not turn back the clock or erase decades, but it does awaken the body's natural capacity for healing. It eases the burdens seniors carry daily, the joint pain, the sleepless nights, the anxious thoughts, the weary bones, and in doing so, it restores something greater than health alone. It restores hope. For many seniors, hope is the most powerful medicine of all. To know that tomorrow can feel better than today, to discover that suffering is not inevitable, and to realize that the body still has strength to give these truths can transform life. Safety and wisdom in use. Before we close, a gentle word on safety. While Epsom salt is remarkably safe for most people, wisdom must always guide its use. Those with serious kidney disease, for example, should seek medical advice before beginning regular soaks, for their bodies may not handle magnesium well. Likewise, if using Epsom salt internally as a laxative, it should only ever be in small measured amounts, and never as a daily habit without guidance. But for the vast majority of seniors, external use through baths, foot soaks, or compresses is not only safe, but profoundly beneficial. It is gentle, non-invasive, and easily adjusted to each person's needs. Start slowly, perhaps with a foot soak at night, and allow your body to show you how it responds. Over time, you will discover the rhythm that suits you best. Then, as nights grow more peaceful, as joints feel freer, as energy stirs within you once again, remember this truth. Health does not fade with age. It is nourished by the choices we make, the care we give, and the faith we hold that healing is always possible. The 9 health problems we have explored, arthritis, cramps, stress, high blood pressure, constipation, weak bones, diabetes, toxins, and aching feet, need not define your later years. With something as simple as Epsom salt, you can step into a season of life marked not by decline but by renewal. And so I encourage you, begin tonight. Let this simple mineral remind you of the body's remarkable ability to heal. Let it restore not only your strength, but also your confidence in life itself. Because even in your senior years, vitality is not behind you, it is waiting for you here in the quiet healing of something as simple as Epsom salt. Health, my friends, is not a mystery locked in the vaults of hospitals. It is in the soil beneath our feet, in the sunlight on our skin, and yes, in the humble salts of a spring discovered centuries ago. The body was designed to heal, to renew, and to thrive, not only in youth, but in every stage of life. So when you next pass that bag of Epsom salt in the store, do not overlook it. Pick it up, take it home, and discover for yourself the gift it holds. Use it wisely, use it faithfully, and watch as 9 health problems, and perhaps more quietly, fade into the past. Your later years can be filled with strength, peace, and vitality.
If this video helped you understand how to do that, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps others find this important information. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay healthy.